Let's talk about photos used for your advertising as a full service sex worker. This video forms part of my little series I've done of resources that was intended to help workers already doing full service sex work but working for a broccoli, an establishment, an agency, anything like that, transitioning to working completely independently and keeping 100% of their profits. This video, I'm going to argue, is the most important in this series, and this is the one that I really want people to focus on. Start with the basics. Men are visual creatures. They are visual creatures. That doesn't make them bad. They're just visual creatures. And this is why your photos are so important in order to get bookings. If you jump on E&B right now and you have a look through, you're going to see what I mean. We have blurry photos, we have unclear photos, we have badly lit photos, we have really terrible outfits, which I'm gonna do a different video on outfits and things. But you can see, go on and have a look, analyze it. You can see the heavily filtered photos, so filtered that they don't even look like a real person, which nobody's gonna pay a deposit if you don't even look like a real human. Now, obviously, to advertise on a platform like Scarlet Blue, you have to have professional photos. And I am well aware that, having professional photos like mine is a complete privilege. It reflects my financial position, and not everybody, especially when you're starting out, you're not in a position to invest in your business like that. I get it 100%. I know you can't afford $1,000 photographer and a $600-700 accommodation like my photo shoot was. I totally get that, but there are ways that you can improve your photos without spending any money or very much money at all. If you jump on E&B, you will find girls that have self-taken photos that are really good quality. And you can jump on people's Instagrams, like mine, for instance. Most of my stuff is self-taken and I have no fancy lights in most of those. It's just making sure that your photo is clear, that you look presentable, that it's not foggy, blurry. Make sure your lighting is good. Maybe you don't have a ring light like this. You guys are currently set up with a big beauty ring light, which was a great investment for my business. But when you're not in a position to buy things like that, get a well-lit room, stand near a window. You know what I mean? Try everything. Try different angles, posing your body different ways. Do everything you can. Put a lot of energy and effort into taking those photos. Go through other girls' photos, find poses, copy those poses. See what looks good with your body, what looks flattering for your body. Maybe you have a friend that you work at the agency with that also wants to transfer, or at the broccoli with that wants to transfer to private, and you guys could, get together one day and take photos of each other. That would be a great option. If you can't do that, if you're very alone, you don't have anyone who can help with these things, buy a $25 tripod from Kmart, go and invest in that so that at least you can take these photos. I cannot stress how important your photos are for your business. Like, this is the most important thing. And when you're starting out, yes, self-take them, do what you can, do the best you can. When you're in a position where you can invest in your photos, do so, okay? My first photo shoot, when I first started, I was living in the caravan, but I did save up in order to be able to do that shoot. I believe at the time, and this was 2 years ago now, it was $750 or $800 for 10 completely finished edited photos that I picked. And this lady had her actual studio, so I didn't have to rent, an Airbnb or anything like that. And for me at that time, it was an investment, but it was reasonable. It wasn't, 2 times that which I now spend on my shoots. When you're in a position like I now am and you can invest $2,000 in a shoot, absolutely do it. You will make back every one of those dollars when you're in the position to, okay? But it takes growth, and I'm not expecting workers starting out to go and just stick $2,000 on a shoot, okay? But you can still take pretty photos yourself. You absolutely can. You are more than capable of getting your lighting right, getting your angles right. Send a whole day where your only focus is taking good photos for your ads. And when you have lots of good photos, let's say maybe you got 25 good photos that day or 50 good photos that day, save some of them for your social media. Don't take them all in the same outfit. Do your best you can. Take some uncovered if you're comfortable with that. Take some in one outfit, in another. Take some of your shoes. I don't know. It's how you want to market yourself. For example, one of my photos is of my feet on my ad because I do a lot of feet bookings and I like those. I want to market to those guys. Use a business brain about the way you're marketing yourself. If you're marketing yourself as girl next door, maybe incorporate that into your photos. If you're marketing yourself as really extreme PSE, then take your photos that way to reflect that type of marketing style. Just please invest effort into those photos, because that is going to change the amount of bookings that you get. You can absolutely blur your face if that's what you're comfortable with. And there are ways you can blur your face that looks quite pretty in photos as well. There's a lot of girls who will just they change the angle of their face, or they'll just blur the bottom half of their face or the top half, whatever, in order to hide their identity, but still show the photos that, they look pretty that way. If you are trying to hide your identity and you're tattooed like myself, there are apps that you can use. You've got to invest in this software, but they will be able to remove your tattoos from your body in order to, put up these pretty photos on your ads. And that's definitely something that you can look at doing if you are like myself, but in a position where you don't want to show your face or have anyone identify you. I really hope this has come across the way that I want it to. I'm a little bit exhausted because I've filmed so many of these, but this is, guys, your photos. Please focus on the photos, okay? I am telling you, this is gonna make so much goddamn difference.